So what's going on, people? I have a box of shoes to open today, and I'm actually kind of looking forward to it just a little more than usual, right? Now, I know you're looking at this thing, you've seen what it is and all that stuff, and maybe you're thinking, oh, this dude's still getting into these hyped up things. No, that's still really not my style, never has been, likely never will be. But the thing is, I like what I like, right? So for me, it's usually all about what is the shoe model, what color is it in, and then that's as far as I really need to know, right? If it's got somebody's name on it, okay, that's cool maybe. Unless it's a name that I want nothing to do with, then I'll have to say no to it. But this is not one of those times, right? At least as far as I know. I honestly don't know what Undefeated does or what they're all about. I just know that they make stuff or they collaborate with people and they make stuff, and yeah, and people get into it. Like those, what was it? Those eights that came out a while ago, the Take Flight eights, which were actually my first pair of eights, when they were coming around, people were like, oh, are these like the Undefeated eights, blah, blah, blah. And then they weren't. They were just standard Jordan 8s that just happened to be in those colors, same colors as were in those Travis Scotts that flew off shelves that looked like crap. Personal opinion, of course. But anyways, people saw those and they were like, mm-mm. I mean, they moved. Don't get me wrong. They moved pretty quick. But overall, people just didn't hold them in as high regard as if they had the Undefeated thing or the Travis Scott thing attached to them. But I remember that day buying those. Like I was trying in the morning, like as hard as I could, as hard as you can try to buy something online, which is basically like an exercise of patience, really, because it doesn't take any real effort. And yeah, I kept striking out. I was like, I was on Shoe Palace, and they kept saying all carts are busy. Then I was on like probably Foot Locker, and Foot Locker and those sites are just terrible anyway. So I'm just like, well, I'm gonna go do laundry, I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna see how things go. And I come back, I see Shoe Palace still has some in stock, click, click, bam, got them. And I was like, really? We'll see if this tracking number comes in. Bam, tracking number came in. Next thing you know, I got some shoes. So, I don't know, maybe I'll do one of those retro style reviews on those whenever I get on my crap then. But until then, we're going to talk about the stuff that I do have, because that's what makes a little bit more sense to me. Speaking of, actually, this is also around the time when I would be making a collection video for the fourth quarter of last year. Yeah, that's not happening. Anyways, so here we go. Nike box, right? Very plain Nike box. Kind of reminds me of the phone box, but it's not that style. It's pull-out style. And then on that side there, you got the Undefeated thing with like the Roman numeral, not Roman numeral, well, yeah, I guess I don't know, whatever that thing is, with that 5 going on over there. So it's not really Roman numerals. I mean, it kind of is if you use just that, but you know what I'm saying. It's that thing, whatever that thing is called. If you know, comment down below. If you don't know, comment down below. And if you're first, who knows, people will just catch on. It's like, that guy's probably right. You just got to sell it. Conviction, that's what it's all about. Anyway, so let's go ahead and open this thing up, see what we see in here. Hopefully something good. Should be something good. Better be something good, or there's gonna be a problem. We're taking out both pairs, people. Otherwise it's only half the review, right? I say that enough. It's gonna catch on. It's gonna catch on. All right, so I meant to read this side of the box off to you guys. Let's see. Air Max 90 Undefeated Black and Optic Yellow. All right, cool. So it's the same color as a pair of phones that I have as far as labels go. Remember those Optic Yellow phones that came out like in June? I think it was June of 16, or it might have been April. Somewhere in the late spring or early summer of 16. All right, so first off, of course, got to look over these things, see how they look and all that. Make sure nothing's completely wrong. There's a little bit of a blemish there, but that seems to be fine for me. And now that everything looks pretty decent, that means that it is now review time on this right here. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Air Max 90 Undefeated in the black and Optic Yellow colorway. All right, so gonna go ahead and sit this pair over here. We don't need him anymore, at least not for right now. And we're gonna do this review like we always do, right? These are looking, man, these are looking really good. Like I really like the black and the yellow, you know what I'm saying? Because that's one of my favorite colors. So hopefully I can find me a decent like black and yellow shirt or something to wear with these. We'll see how that goes. Anyways, across the bottom. So this outsole, so it's funny, I was just talking about the outsoles of 90s, and here we go, because of those slides. So these look a lot like the slides, which makes me a little content knowing that I was kind of right when I said these look similar. So typical Air Max 90 slide, which as was pointed out by Danger Russ, do vary between essentials and ultras and stuff like that. But so on the tip, you got the yellow. Back here, you got the yellow on the outer sides, and then the black down the middle with that little squiggly thing going on down in there. So I'm not sure exactly what that is. It doesn't really look like anything to me. It could just be a design, but also, I don't know the history of a lot of shoes. Anyway, so yes, typical black and yellow outsole, nothing wrong with that. Then you come over here to the side, get a little shot of this here midsole. Same thing as you would normally find on any other Air Max 90, right? Nothing too special. The black in the front, the yellow shark fin style thing in the back. The coloring of that is a little weird. Actually, no, it looks like that on all of them, on both of them. I was gonna say that it just seems like it's kind of bleeding out further than it should, but I think that that's intentional and it's not just an error. But I'm not quite sure I like how it looks, but given that it kind of slopes down in there where it is yellow, it makes me think that it is intentional, because even on the front side here where that slope is between these, kind of see that like that, that's where the yellow part is. So I guess it makes sense, but whatever, not a huge deal to me. So then moving past that onto the actual rest of the upper here. For one thing, before I forget, this shoe is feeling pretty soft. This is a nice feeling shoe for sure. So hopefully it feels good when I put them on. Won't know for another couple minutes though, because I'm still doing the review part here, the hands-on part. The on-feet part will be a little later. So, tip of the shoe here, right? Nothing crazy. It's all leather all around. Just has a little yellow strip thing going down around here. So that's kind of weird in a way, but I like it. It's just kind of weird in a way. But past that, it's all really just like a big leather shoe as far as everything, right? So you got that across here, all back through here, the swoosh, everything, nothing too crazy with the colors. And then moving on to the back, you've got this yellow piece on here, the Undefeated logo, up against the standard rubber style thing that you would often find on some tongues, but not on this particular one. And then on the front here, under the laces, you got the Undefeated logo, not the Undefeated logo, but the word there, the title or whatever, with some of the standard laces that you find on the majority of Air Maxes. And then, like I was saying, this tongue doesn't have anything fancy going on, just like the stitched on fabric that says Nike Air Max. So now, one thing that is nice, it does come with these yellow laces. Will I put the yellow laces in? I would kind of like to, I honestly would, but the thing is, I don't like lacing up shoes, and these are already laced, so these yellow laces may never get out of this bag. It's gonna be a sad life for them, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe one day I'll switch it up. I don't know. Let me know if you have a preference. Like, do you think I should go with the yellow? Do you think I should go with the black? Okay. So anyways, then past that, on the inside there, you have the standard brand logo thing, the little 4 lines with the 5th line saying, okay, cross that out. And that's pretty much it. So really, there's not a whole lot to the shoe. I mean, everything that you see right here is it, right? It's black, there's some yellow in there, there's a line, and there's a little yellow on the front. But it's a really nice quality shoe. And these, let's see, the retail on these was $150. So I want to say that I got these, it was like $135-ish. That sounds about right. So I want to say I paid about $135 for these. Didn't really expect to get them, honestly, because what happened was I clicked on them on the Nike thing, you know, I was at work, and I clicked on the sneakers thing, and it was like, yep, sold out. Like immediately it said sold out. And then I went back, closed it, went back in, there's some other link or something. And then they showed up on like the website, and I was like, okay, so I just clicked my size, clicked the thing, and that was it, right? And moments later, like seconds later, I got like an order confirmation. And because I guess there was some sort of error with maybe like the sneakers site for a moment, but I did get them in the end. So here we are. And now the thing to do is I'm going to, I guess I'm just gonna talk about the sizing, right? But I'm gonna cut away first. And so now that I've got these tried on and all that good stuff, it's time to put some videos in here so you can see what these things are actually fitting like or looking like, and I'll talk to you and let you know what they're fitting like, right? So basically they're fitting true to size, right? That's the thing that everybody always wants to know. How do they fit, right? They don't watch the video, but they always want to know. Some people, not everybody. Yes, they're true to size to me. I bought these in a 9, as you may have seen on the box, and I always buy 9s, right, for Air Maxes. These fit to me like any other typical Air Max would fit. So if you are looking for a pair of these, go with your normal size. They do feel pretty comfortable, and in my opinion, they feel a little more comfortable than the last Air Max that I remember, at least the last Air Max 90s I remember trying on. But they have different materials, right? Higher quality and all that. Really, that's what that leads to. It's just a better feeling shoe overall, right? Mostly in the uppers. The lower part seems to be very much the standard, so nothing too crazy about that. And then past that, I don't really know what else to say. I mean, I think they look pretty decent as far as, you know, the whole on foot thing goes. I do kind of wish I had some black pants to put on right now with these, but I don't know where a lot of my clothes are because everything's kind of, I only have so much here right now in this apartment, but whatever. A lot of stuff's just in my little storage thing down the street until I get it all unpacked in here. So yes, this pair of Air Maxes fits like any other pair, super comfortable. So getting a pair might not be always the easiest thing to do because they did sell out on the Nike site, but they didn't sell out on the Undefeated site. So I don't know if that's still the case, but they had them when these came out for like a while. So if you're looking for a pair, start there. And the resale probably isn't too bad either, because again, they seem like they weren't super sought after, but you never know. Sometimes it's just a matter of people waiting on things so they can get paid first and whatnot, because I believe these came out on the 30th. Anyways, there's not a whole lot else to say about the shoes. And so that means we're gonna wrap up this here video. I don't have another box coming in, so I don't know what I'm going to be talking about next. Probably nothing, I guess, unless I just buy something. But I wanted to have my first purchase of the year be something worthwhile. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, if you want to watch, you know what? I kind of started getting onto it before, but then I lost track. So I haven't done a little giveaway in a while, have I? Probably had to do that soon too. So maybe I'll make a video about that, or I can just say it now. You know what? Since I'm not doing a fourth quarter collection video, go ahead, go watch my third quarter collection video. It's pretty decent, and send me a message on Instagram letting me know how many shoes I bought that quarter. But you gotta be first, right? So that's the trick to it. You can't lollygag. All right, that's gonna be it for me. Have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever it is, wherever you are, and I will be back eventually. I can't say when, but hey, until then, go watch some other stuff, right? There's video links over here. There's gonna be a link up here. It's gonna be a link down here. So go watch whatever those videos are, because if I'm promoting them, they're probably pretty decent. All right, later people.